try with a. This is a monologue that was written by Charles Pond in 1902. It's called Evans's Dogs Hospital. Oh. Now, Evans wasn't always in the dog trade. But what did it matter? Well, anything Evans turns his hand to, he's bound to make a go of it. And it ain't the buying and selling of dogs where Evans gets the brass. It's the hospital under the shop. 25 to 30 dogs at 7 and 6 a week. It soon mounts up, and there's no overheads. Well, Evans don't feed them. That's his big secret. The other day, he's outside the shop scaling a bulldog's teeth, when up drives a carriage and pair, and out gets a lady with a little Italian greyhound on a string, what was snarling and snapping something horrible. Wallop goes the bulldog down the flap into the hospital. Evans picks up the little dog. Mind he don't bite, says the lady. Little dogs don't bite me, mum, says Evans. Well, what's the little what's the little fella's name, mum? Fido, says the lady. And what's the matter with the little chappie? Well, the lady goes on to say as how he used to be able to eat steak, but now can only manage a little bit of chicken now and again. Oh dear, says Evans. Never mind, mum. A week with us will soon put him to rights. That is, if he ain't gone too far. 7 and 6 a week is our usual charge, but if he has been in the habit of eating chicken, well, the lady offers to make it half a sovereign. And she hands Evans 2 lovely cushions, one for the day and one for the night. And after a lot of kissing and cuddling, she gets in the carriage and drives off. Wallop goes Fido down the flap into the hospital. He gets put on a couple of inches of chain, has a combing and a brushing what he'll never forget, and in a couple of days he's darting round like the rest of them after the little scraps that Evans throws at him. It's a treat to see him when he goes down with the basket. Just about ½ ounce apiece, and they're onto it every time. But it's when the ladies calls for the dogs you should hear Evans. When the lady calls for Fido, he says, "We had a very anxious time with him, mum. Me and the missus was up the whole of the first night with him. I got a bit of sleep the second night, but the missus, she stuck it out, and with the aid of gentle nursing and his own brave little heart, we managed to pull him through." And he goes to the flat and he shouts, "Bring little Fido up." Well, when Fido sees his missus, he goes mad. Out the shop, across the pavement, up on the coachman's box, down again in the shop, out again. "Oh," says the lady, "ain't he improved?" "Yeah," says Evans. "I think when you get him home you'll find he'll be out and manage a little bit of chicken now." Well, the lady gives Evans a sovereign. Of course he ain't got no change, but he said he'd send out for some, but the lady wouldn't hear of it. And she said she'd be sure to send round a lovely present to Mrs. Evans on account of her care and devotion. What Evans said they didn't expect, but would be only too pleased to accept, even if it was out of remembrance of little Fido, who'd endeared himself to the hearts of all. And there's many an human being a benefit from a week at Evans's. But Evans don't want to know about them. Well, dogs can't talk.